Hounslow and Heathrow, they've had a difficult relationship, but a working relationship.
Heathrow is part of the soul of the borough.
I've lived in Hounslow all my life, so I've been living with aeroplanes all my life.
Businesses and people have moved here over the last 70 years because of Heathrow.
Heathrow is the most important driver in our local economy.
If there is no Heathrow Airport, how many people will be unemployed?
For the people that live here, they are carrying a burden.
The constant noise.
The noise.
Noise, too much noise, it's not good.
In the garden we can see plane every 42 seconds.
Pollution, smell.
Planes come over late at night.
It's awful.
Before we can actually discuss about how Heathrow is going to become bigger, we really need to look at what life is actually like under Heathrow currently.
Hounslow is more impacted by the decision on Heathrow Airport than any other borough in London. So the decision is going to be massive for us.
Hounslow is like a little village. You know, London's full of villages, but it's its own culture.
In terms of the borough, we have absolute top-end companies who are working in Hounslow. We've got GlaxoSmithKline, whose world headquarters are based on the Golden Mile. We also have one of the greenest boroughs in London. We have a fantastic football team.
The environment in Hounslow at the moment now is vibrant. Businesses are really cooking with gas. It's a very exciting place to be.
Really love it here, it's really safe, family orientated.
I really find the people are very friendly and you always have a smile on their face.
Everybody wants to come to Hounslow. This is the place to go and grow.
Brompton Bicycle started in Brentford and we're still in Brentford. You can pedal to Westminster in 35 minutes, you can hop on a plane in Heathrow in 20 minutes. It's actually a really cool place to do business.
Businesses in the borough are dependent really on what is a Heathrow economy.
Many of our residents work either for the airport or for businesses who are associated to it. You can't get away from it. Heathrow is critical to us.
With Heathrow comes prosperity, but prosperity comes at a cost.
Children growing up in Hounslow have to face the consequences of noise every day of their lives.
Aircraft start flying over extremely early in the morning, so children would be either woken up by the aircraft noise or they're aware of it as soon as they wake up. When we're greeting children at 9 o'clock at the front gate, aircraft are flying over the top very, very loudly, and once again, sometimes every 55 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds of that you can hear nothing.
It slows their learning down, and obviously they're only 5. Their maximum capacity for attention is about 7 minutes. So when you're stopping half of that time to allow planes to go over, and that's every 60, 70 seconds sometimes, it's just a lot of refocus for them. It's much harder for them to explain themselves and express themselves too.
We do not have a solution. I'm unable to resolve hot, humid, uncomfortable, airless rooms. And if we get a heat wave, I'm unable to open windows, I can't get airflow through. If we do take those precautions, then we can't teach, because the children cannot hear you.
It is very unfair. All children should have equal opportunities. Every school in the country should be ensuring that the children are in the best possible environment for their learning. And at the moment, we are in a constant battle against the noise.
And then when they go home, of course, well into the evening, you'll be getting aircraft noise right up until 10:30 when the very last flights leave for the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, we live very close to the airport. I think we're pretty much right under the flight path. This is our garden. It's quite small. This is not too bad today. I think when it's the worst is when it comes over this way. And the plane, I always think the plane is going to crash into that building there, because they're huge. They're absolutely massive.
It just focuses the sound into a point where it's just literally stuff starts to shake.
Their lives are blighted. Their lives are blighted in a number of ways. First, in terms of their living conditions, the air pollution, the noise pollution. Then their children have to suffer the constant noise that comes from the aircraft in their teaching, their schools, their playgrounds, their gardens.
If you try to go to Heathrow in the morning, so are all the thousands of people that work there. I mean, it's great they all work there, but they're all getting there by car.
Because of the lack of great transport links, these people are forced to use their cars. What we have is a mass of cars moving out of Hounslow, out of central London, coming into Heathrow.
Not enough has been done with what we're currently living with. So to expand, the problem's just going to get worse.
We think that maintaining the airport as it is and going with the strapline that we have followed for a number of years now, which is that the airport should be better, not bigger, is the way forward.
We would like to make sure that Heathrow stays and is able to work with us hand in hand so that we can actually make the lives of our residents better.
If Heathrow went, it would be a disaster. Remove the Heathrow economy and the businesses go, the opportunities go.
Without the airport, we will struggle probably for 40 years.
London, UK, needs more capacity. But the challenge is, where the hell do you put it?
We're opposed to the notion of further expansion at Heathrow, not just because of the extended noise issues. There's such capacity issues already in this part of London.
Noise pollution that we're having at the moment, we may be lucky and get 1 or 2 days if they use a different runway. If they expand, every day will be like our worst days.
In order to bring some of the disadvantages back into balance, those sort of issues really need to be addressed first before we start discussing the Heathrow is going to become bigger.
The airport should be better, not bigger. By better, we mean everything that can be done to minimise the impact on people's lives should be taken. And not bigger means exactly that. We don't want to see a third runway at Heathrow Airport.